I became someone I don't recognize. I looked in the mirror and apologized. I lost myself trying to survive my life. Now I'm fighting to become somebody I can stand beside. I woke up today with a war in my chest. Same four walls, but I don't feel blessed. Everybody says, man, you're doing your best. They don't hear the conversations inside my head. I've been wearing this face like it came with the skin, smiling outside while I'm losing within. I learned how to laugh when I wanted to quit, learned how to say I'm okay when I wasn't a bit. I don't remember when the change began. Maybe somewhere between who I was and who I am. Maybe every disappointment took a piece of my name. Maybe every closed door taught me to hate my own face. I started measuring myself by the things I couldn't do. Started believing every lie that I repeated as true. Started looking at my failures like they proved what I was, instead of seeing every failure as a reason to get up. I pushed away people who try to get close, cause it's easier to disappear than admit you're broke. Not talking about money, I'm talking about the soul. That kind of empty feeling nobody knows. I became cold just to keep from getting hurt. Built walls so high that I forgot who I was first. Caught it being strong, but honestly it was fear. I wasn't protecting my heart, I was keeping everybody here from seeing it bleed. And that's the part I don't tell anybody. I got so good at hiding, I started hiding from me. I could walk into a room and make everybody believe, but when the room went quiet I couldn't stand what I'd see. Because the hardest person to fool is the one staring back at you. I can lie to the world, I can change the subject, I can make another excuse, but I can't outrun the mirror. And every night it asks me the same question: when did surviving become the only way you knew how to live? I don't have an answer, not yet, but I'm still here. And maybe that's where the answer starts. I don't wanna run from the man in the glass. Don't wanna bury every piece of my past. If I became somebody I don't recognize, maybe I can become somebody I won't leave behind. I became someone I don't recognize, somebody built out of unfinished goodbyes. I lost my way trying to make everybody proud. Now I'm standing in the silence with nobody around. I became someone I don't recognize, but there's still a heartbeat underneath these lies. Maybe the person I thought I buried inside was waiting for me to finally choose my life. So if you see me changing, don't call it weakness. I'm just trying to remember who I was before I became what hurt me. I remember being younger, thinking life would be different. Thought the future was a door and I just had to kick it. Had a head full of dreams and a heart full of fire. Then life started charging me interest on every desire. Every loss came with a lesson I didn't want to learn. Every bridge that I crossed was another bridge burned. Every you'll be okay started sounding rehearsed. When you're drowning long enough, even hope can feel worse. I watched people move on while I stayed in the same place. Started comparing my chapter to somebody else's page. I saw their victories and counted my mistakes, then wondered why I couldn't recognize my own face. I gave too much to people who gave me excuses, called it loyalty while they called it convenient. I stayed when I should've walked, I apologized when I was hurting. I kept explaining my heart to people, committed to misunderstanding it. That's when something changed. I stopped asking, why don't they see me? And started asking, why did I stop seeing myself? The question hit different, cause maybe I wasn't abandoned by everybody. Maybe somewhere along the way I abandoned me too. I stopped taking chances because failure embarrassed me. Stopped saying what I felt because rejection terrified me. Stopped chasing what I wanted because losing sounded certain. So I called it patience while I hid behind the curtains. I made peace with a life I never actually wanted, then blamed the world because I felt disappointed. I became the person who said maybe someday, until someday became another word for not today. And that's how years disappear, not with the gunshot, not with the warning. Just one excuse at a time, one dream postponed, one fear accepted, one version of yourself forgotten. Maybe that's why this song hurts, because some of us aren't mourning a person, we're mourning the person we would have become if we hadn't been afraid.
And that's a different kind of grief. Nobody sends flowers for that. Nobody asks how you're doing. You just wake up one morning and realize, I spent years becoming somebody I never wanted to be. So I'm starting over. Not because I'm fearless. I'm starting over because I'm tired of disappearing. Tired of waking up just to repeat yesterday. Tired of calling the cage a safe place. I don't need everybody to understand my journey. I don't need their approval to know what I'm worth. I spent too many years trying to prove I was enough. Now I'm learning that enough was never something I had to earn. I'm letting go of the version that needed revenge. Letting go of the anger I carried as a friend. Letting go of the people I wanted to impress. Letting go of the need to make my pain make sense. Some things don't get fixed. Some things get carried differently. That's what nobody tells you. Healing isn't forgetting what happened. It's remembering it without letting it decide what happens next. So yeah, I changed. But maybe change isn't always losing yourself. Maybe sometimes you have to lose the person you became to find the person you were supposed to be. I'm done being ashamed of every mistake I made. Done treating every scar like evidence I failed. Done looking backwards like my past owns my name. If I survive the fire, I don't have to stay inside the flames. I can miss who I was without becoming who I was. I can forgive myself without pretending I never fell. I can admit I was broken without believing I'm permanently broken. And that's the difference. I don't need a perfect life. I need a life that actually feels like mine. So here's the truth I would have hated hearing years ago. Nobody is coming to become you for you. Nobody can wake up in your body. Nobody can fight your thoughts at 3 in the morning. Nobody can make the decision to stop disappearing. At some point you have to look at the person in the mirror, even if you don't recognize him, and say, I'm not leaving you here. I don't know who I'll be when the dust finally clears, but I know I don't want to spend another year living somebody else's version of my life just because I was afraid to finally choose mine. I became someone I don't recognize, but I'm still breathing underneath these lies. I lost myself somewhere between fear and pride. Now I'm taking every piece and putting it back inside. I became someone I don't recognize, but I'm done being afraid of what I find. If the old me had to disappear to keep me alive, then maybe this isn't the end. Maybe this is the first time. Now when I look into the mirror, I don't look away. I see every mistake, but I don't let him speak my name. I see the kid I abandoned, the dreams I delayed, the nights I survived, and the choices I made. I don't hate that man anymore. He was trying, he just didn't know how. He thought shutting down was strength. He thought being alone meant nobody could hurt him. He thought if he expected nothing, nothing could disappoint him. He was wrong, but he was mine, so I forgive him. For every door he didn't open, every chance he didn't take, every person he pushed away, every dream he let decay. I forgive the man who confused numbness with peace. I forgive the man who thought pain was his identity. I forgive the man who looked at his reflection and only saw everything he wasn't, because I'm looking at him now and I see everything he survived that's different. I don't need to erase the old me, I need to understand him, because every scar is information. Every failure left a warning. Every goodbye taught me something. Every lonely night proved I could make it to morning. And every morning I woke up was another vote for my future. So count me back in, for the dreams. Count me back in, for the risk. Count me back in, for the people I love. Count me back in, for the version of myself I thought I'd never meet again. I don't need revenge, I need results. I don't need everybody watching, I need to keep moving when nobody is. I don't need to become somebody else, I need to become somebody I recognize. Cause maybe that's what a comeback really is. Not proving everybody wrong, not becoming famous, not making people regret leaving. Maybe a comeback is simply this: waking up victory. That's the part nobody can take.
I became someone I don't recognize, but I'm finally looking myself in the eyes. I walked through the darkness thinking I had to hide. Now I'm walking through the same darkness carrying a light. I became someone I don't recognize, but I don't have to hate what I find. Every broken piece still belongs to my life, and I'm building something stronger
From the pieces tonight. I spent years becoming someone I didn't recognize. So now I'm spending the rest of my life becoming someone I can't lose. If you ever looked in the mirror and didn't recognize yourself, tell your story.
I became someone I don't recognize. I became someone I don't recognize. I became someone I don't recognize. Looked in the mirror and couldn't meet my eyes. I spent so many years just trying to survive that I forgot I was supposed to feel alive.
I got good at saying I'm fine with a straight face. Got good at disappearing without leaving a trace. Got good at turning every wound into a joke, then wonder why nobody knew I was broke. Not broke in my pockets, I'm talking about my soul. I had people around me and still felt alone. I built walls so high I couldn't see the sky, then blamed everybody else when I felt trapped inside. I used to have dreams that could light up a room. Now I keep them buried like they're already doomed. Every failure became another reason to doubt. Every closed door made me wanna stay in the house. I started believing that pain was my name. Started treating every scar like proof of my shame. I compare my life to everybody else's highlight, then hated myself every time I lost sight. I don't even know when I changed this much, when protecting my peace became losing my touch, when being independent became pushing away, when I'll do it tomorrow became years of delay. And that's what scares me. Not the people who left, not the nights I cried, not the mistakes I regretted. Slow and I became the person I needed saving from, while everybody thought I was becoming someone strong. I wore confidence like armor, but underneath it was fear. I smiled when I was drowning so nobody would come near. I told myself I didn't need anybody, but the truth was I was terrified they'd see that beneath all the anger and all the pride was somebody begging not to be left behind. So I stopped looking at my past like a prison, started asking what the pain was trying to teach me. Maybe every scar wasn't there to remind me I fell. Maybe every scar was proof I survived what I couldn't explain. I can't get those years back, I can't undo what I did. Can't become that fearless kid who thought the whole world was his. But I can stop punishing him for becoming what he had to become. He was confused, he was scared, he was tired, he was human. And maybe forgiving myself is the first real victory I've ever won. Because I don't want revenge on the people who hurt me. I don't need them to apologize before I can breathe. I don't need everybody who doubted me to believe. I just need to stop doubting the person I see. I'm done running from the mirror, even if I hate what it shows, because every broken version of me still deserves to come home. I'm done calling myself weak for the nights I couldn't fight. Some battles are won by looking fearless. Sometimes winning means you made it through the night. So I'm rebuilding slowly, brick by brick, breath by breath, taking back every dream I bury underneath regret. And if I fall again, I won't call it the end, I'll call it another lesson from a life I'm learning to defend. I don't need to become perfect, I don't need to erase every scar. I just need to remember I was never as lost as I thought I was. Maybe the old me isn't dead. Maybe he's waiting somewhere inside, waiting for me to stop hating him and finally let him come outside. So if you're looking in the mirror and wondering where you went, if you don't recognize your face after everything you've been through, don't mistake the person you became to survive for the person you're destined to remain. You can change the ending, you can start again, you can lose yourself and still find your way home. Because I spent years becoming someone I didn't recognize. Now I'm spending the rest of my life becoming someone I refuse to lose.